So there was multiple times where great I saw great companies, great stock, great low float, but it was no news, or I saw something that had news but it never produced the right setup, or stuff that had a decent setup. Those were all the ones I was paying attention to. Decent setup right here, but then it fails. That's what's going to happen. You're going to notice that happening multiple times where it immediately rejects or rejects very soon after. I stayed away from this because it was no news. But you see, the setup was good, but it was barely any news. What I would rather do is I'd rather go an entire day. I'd rather go an entire day and not trade and figure out that I missed opportunities, rather than to get in and trade something that's not perfect. So I'm so sick and tired of losing because I reached a all-time low. This is the high of the day, but I gotta resist it again because no news. I gotta stay away from it. I just have to. If there was news, I would get into it. But because I reached an all-time low last week on Friday, and I'm just trying to stick very adamant, very militant about this. Because last week I tried to stick to it, but I couldn't really. I got emotional on Friday. This guy's promoting other stock. They quit promoting other stuff. They keep doing that on separate channels. It hasn't even been 30 minutes, but I'm still looking around. Yeah. This is just super important for me since I'm at an all-time low. I was at around $150, and then yeah, I'm starting tomorrow. Well, yesterday. That's when I started to be like, if I don't see the perfect stock, it meets all five pillars, and it does not have the exact perfect setup, because I only follow one setup. I don't follow bounces. I don't follow none of that. I know one thing, and this one already ran yesterday. But I looked at it and it wasn't as substantial, but it still had a run. Okay, still, it already ran. That's what I put. So that's the importance of this. This one immediately rejected. These are both bull wash. I think one of them was dead, I believe, and the other one was dead or no news. And I missed this opportunity, but guess what happened? Notice how it's 8:38 a.m. right now, and you look right here. I felt like, oh man, I missed it. And then I said I don't like it because look how big that next red candle was. So yeah, that if the volume is that big and the bears end up winning out, that's what it is. And you're going to see that I was watching some hunting videos at the top right corner. I saw multiple of them, but either way, this fell below this gave back over half of the move. Which by the way, I shouldn't even be. By the way, I shouldn't even be dealing with stuff that's around $1. That's another thing I want to. Gesundheit. That's something I wanted to commit myself to, and I slept for almost 2 hours at 8:51. And 10:23, I slept almost an hour. Pretty much 90 minutes. And yeah, I'm still getting notifications. This one was bad. It had a big wall around the $1 mark. It was perfect setup, but no news. And look what's going to happen next. NUAI, and look what time it is. 10:33, 10:34, 10:34. NUAI. We're going to see how good it turned out. Fuck you. Right? NUAI 10:35. See, look how it fell immediately like that. And I don't even think it had news. I don't believe so. But yeah, just being careful. I avoided, these would have been so many bad opportunities. There were so many spikes in the road, so much stuff that wasn't good. The float was off, or it had news, but it never produced the perfect setup. Then I found something else and it had a good setup, but no news. This one right here, the float was way too big, 42.13. It's crazy. So yeah, I stayed away from that. And you're going to see, you're going to see a crazy float right here. Michael Jackson. This is insane. No, by this time it was already after hours. Look at the top left corner. At this time, I'm like, that's crazy. And that's like an American style company, Lithium Americas, from the government. It had a catalyst related to that.